Hello and welcome to our show.
There you go with your big bad self.
We're good.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing?
Hello there, interwebs. Good morning.
Good morning,
Or afternoon, or evening. Wherever
I'm
you
Mylin.
are. I'm Deedee.
Welcome back to our show, the All Things My-Dee
My-Dee.
show. Girl, it's been a crazy week. I am
Oh,
so grateful my daughter, Coco, has finally gotten to go back to school.
wow.
5 days a week. She spent like the whole entire year on Zoom school, and she finally is back in school for the last 2 months. 5 days. It's the short days, but I'm like, thank you, Jesus, for opening. Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit of time to yourself. Yeah.
You realize it's so important as a parent and as in anybody, but especially with your kids, when you're just with them, 24/7, they need a break from us too.
Yes, I
Right?
concur. My kids are still doing the online classes, but we enrolled them in a private school, online private school, when the shutdown happened, and also we were moving, so it would just make things easier for us for them to do school remotely. It helped us so that we could move and that transition could be smoother. So they're still online, and they cannot wait to go walk the halls and
Right.
like
Be
bump
with
elbows
people.
with their classmates. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, we're still waiting and praying for that time to happen soon. Yeah, my kids
know.
are ready to pack their bags and move out. They're sick and tired of their roommates the past year.
Oh my gosh. We have been having so much fun reminiscing, and we just thought we'd continue. What do you think?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? It was so nice to see the positive response from watching the first episode.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Super grateful for that. And we just thought we'd kind of pick up where we left off and continue to talk about how long we've been best friends and our experience even after leaving the Mickey Mouse Club.
Right. What happened after the club?
What about
Let's
you, Dee?
rewind.
What happened? What happened to you after the Mickey Mouse Club, after the party?
Well, the party was it stemmed off of being on the Mickey Mouse Club. So that happened in the middle of it. It was Hollywood Records, the first record label that from Disney. They put us on tours, the five of us, Albert, Chase, Damon, Tiffany, and I. And we were traveling the United States.
I got to see you guys one time. It was so fun. Chase pulled me up on stage. I was the bebopper.
I want to be a boyfriend. Yes, that song. But yeah, so there was a lot of traveling. Once the party finally came to an end,
party was over.
The party was over. Thanks for coming. I decided I wanted to move out to Los Angeles.
So I left the Mickey Mouse Club. I was debating, should I go to college? What do I do? And, as an actor, as a singer, you're thinking, okay, man, I just got off this hit television show. What am I going to do? You asked me.
I asked you to come to Hollyweird with me.
Hollywood, here we come.
Here we come. Oh my goodness, Mylin, remember that was the year of that big earthquake, the Northridge earthquake. Was it?
9.6 earthquake.
Yeah, it was pretty
Welcome to
scary.
California.
Yes. Welcome to California. Yeah. We survived,
We survived.
thankfully. And then I enrolled in community college.
You sure did.
You physically went to high school,
That's true.
right?
Yes, I did. I did.
And I didn't, because I was still with the party. We were still traveling quite a bit, so we had on location education. So that was my high school experience. When we moved out to California, I was like, I want to experience school.
In high school, you and I did go to
Prom.
And who was your date?
I somehow got the courage to ask JC Chazet to be my prom date.
And he said yes.
Yes.
We got to experience some high school together like that.
Yeah.
By the time we were in California, I was like, I ain't going to school. You go ahead, Deedee. Knock yourself out.
So I went for a whole 2.5 semesters. I took 2 classes. Those were the only 2 I could handle at the time. And you took up a job.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm going to accept this whole, actor life like the actors do when they move out to Hollywood. And I decided to go and take a job at Johnny Rockets off of Melrose in Hollywood.
I remember it well.
It wasn't even that long since you and I had been off the show. One day I'm at Johnny Rockets working, and I've got my little, I don't know if you know, it's like a 50s diner. And I got my little hat on and, my little bow. And so I'm at the cashier, and I'm ringing these young girls up, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, aren't you Mylin from the Mickey Mouse Club? And I was like, and they were like, why are you working here?
Did they really ask that though? Really?
Yes.
Did you
They
say
were
that
like-
you were
they
doing
were-
character research?
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Come back soon. I
You
won't
know
be
what's
here.
so funny?
You kind of have an expectation when you come out to Hollywood, like that you're going to jump right into the next big thing.
Especially because you have that on your resume that you were
Yeah.
on this hit television show. There's a lot of downtime
Yeah.
because unless you're one of those few that are very fortunate that are just like you blow up because of some big gig, and then you become the hot commodity, and everybody needs to have you on their project.
Being half Asian, there weren't a lot of roles at that time. The Mickey Mouse Club was such an amazing opportunity because of all of us being from different backgrounds and different races. Then you move out to Hollywood and everything, everything kind of gets like, shh.
But living in Los Angeles, we were both auditioning for different things.
Right.
I remember watching you in a production of South Pacific. That was such a grand show. Wasn't that with Sandy Duncan?
Yes.
Was it
Yeah.
Sandy Duncan? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. I loved watching that production. I love live theater. There's nothing like it, I love television and film too. I love watching it more than actually doing it. Apart from the Mickey Mouse Club, that was really fun.
The Mickey Mouse Club was just a unique experience
Very
because it's not like you have downtime. I mean, in your
Right.
downtime, as you're doing one thing, your downtime is, okay, you're going to be in the studio recording, or you're going to be learning a dance, so or shooting a music video, it wasn't like, it didn't give us the opportunity to be bored.
Right.
Whereas on sets now, you're just like,
There's a lot of hurry up and waiting.
Yeah,
A lot of hurry up
exactly.
and waiting, especially if you have one line. Gotta sit and wait. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Your big Oscar role.
Hey, we love these one-liners.
Oh yeah. No. What is it? No role is a
Is
small
too
role.
small.
No role is too small.
My husband, he says, how do you get an actor to complain? Give him a job.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that funny?
I think it's awesome that you when you had come to the show, to the the musical theater show. It was funny. I did it and I enjoyed it and I had a really fun time. But after doing it, I realized, musical theater, Broadway kind of was not my direction that I wanted, So, but then after that, you got an audition for
Miss Saigon. Yes, I
Yes.
auditioned in California, and then I flew out to New York for a final callback, and I got to live my dream, one of my dreams.
Every Asian girl, if you were an actress, you wanted to do that show.
Well, I remember watching the show when I was about 16 years old in
Mm-hmm.
London. And I saw it with my mom. There I was sitting in the audience and watching the show and falling in love with the music and just everything about just the live
And the
theater experience.
helicopter
The
and
helicopter, the costumes,
oh my gosh,
dancing, everything, the spectacle of
yeah,
Broadway,
right.
of that kind of show. And I leaned over to my mom and I was like, I want to play that role. I want to play that role, Mom, someday. And a few years later is when I auditioned in Los Angeles, and then that took me away. That show
I know.
took me away from California. I went on tour, and then I moved to New York after that.
Yeah, and then you ended up being on Broadway.
Right. And
Yeah.
and then you lived with so many people in
Girl,
that apartment.
I kept your place just like a rotating center. I had so many different roommates. I lived with Rona. I lived with Ricky Luna, with your sister, your brother.
I know.
I had a lot of roommates.
I know.
It was so awesome. Grateful. It was kind of like Melrose Place too, because remember the pool in the middle? Yeah, there was a pool in the center, which was a little awkward. You're like,
you're swimming. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Oh my gosh. You were out doing the Broadway stuff. I was doing the pop stuff. And simultaneously at that time was when like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, they were kind of coming up from the Mickey Mouse Club. At that time, I was also in the studio doing demos and actually recording with some of the same music producers. Like I had worked with Robin Thicke. I had worked with Genie in the Bottle producer, David Frank. I was put in front of all these record labels and got the opportunity with Atlantic Records to possibly be signed. And so I was doing these songs with these same producers, but as we sent the music back to them, they didn't hear a hit. And that was it with that. It shows you how fickle this business is. You can be extremely talented or not extremely talented, but if you have a song that is a hit, you have a stronger chance of going forward. After that ended up happening, I ended up getting signed to a major record label in Japan. And so I got the opportunity to travel there and perform in front of, tons of people, music videos, kind of like the same thing over again, be on the radio, all this kind of stuff, but in Japan. And so that was a pretty surreal experience. Let's talk about funny or maybe some auditions and stuff.
Do you want to talk about a crazy audition that you may have had?
I go to this audition and, it's supposed to be an emotional audition. And usually I'm like, I got this. I can be really just emotional. That's one of my strengths, like crying. I'm in the middle of the audition and I know that it's like, it's time for me to cry and like nothing's happening. Like, no tears are coming out. And then, so I just remember kind of like pushing the lines out and like, no tears are coming out. And I just remember
the cry voice.
Yeah. Just like, and so after that, I'm like, I didn't book that dang job. This is stuff they expect you to do, for these auditions and
on the spot.
So
I remember going in for, this was actually a television show with music. So they were auditioning for singers to be part of this. They want an up tempo song. I'm thinking pop up tempo. What can I? Oh, I'll go to my go to karaoke song, Fame. I'm gonna live. So anyway, I'm in the audition and I'm singing this song.
Oh
And
my
this, by the way,
gosh.
I wanted to dance as well because I'm thinking they want to see me move as well. So I'm doing my own choreography. Yes. Baby, remember my name, Deedee. And I end it with Deedee Magno
No,
Hall.
no, you didn't.
I did. I said my name because the song is Remember My Name. Fame, remember my name. I booked the gig. Okay, so
It worked. It paid off.
It paid off. It worked.
When I was no longer traveling to Japan and doing the record label over there, I got all excited about doing indie, being an indie music artist and writing my own music and just kind of feeling like I'm going to take back control over the record label and speak my voice, right? Got to perform for so many different military bases and troops. This one time I was at it was the Air Force's 60th anniversary, and
Wow.
I was invited to come and perform, and I was in this hangar. It was a hangar where they put airplanes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm on stage, and so it's me, and then it's Five for Fighting. So John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting is sitting in the crowd while I'm performing, and I'm playing the piano to one of my songs. I am not a fabulous piano player, okay? And next thing you know, I'm like, oh, and I just keep the show going. But John Ondrasik, who is this incredible piano player, is in the audience. And I just remember feeling like, oh my gosh, I want to crawl into a hole right now.
Oh.
But he was so gracious afterwards. He was so sweet. And those are just some of the crazy, funny things, when you're performing and auditioning.
Just because we're, actors and being on TV and whatever stage, we're not superhuman. We're
Exactly.
flawed. We're very flawed. There's definitely lots of mishaps. I know being on stage doing live theater, I have forgotten the words. I remember just going blank and just staring into the eyes of the person I was doing the scene with, and just hoping that they could just telepathically tell me the words. And I'm just like a deer in headlights. I remember just be like, can you take me to Chris? I can. And I look around and I'm acting, and God bless him. He didn't know my words, and he's just acting with me.
Yeah, yeah. Is he like, I can do it. I'll take you.
But it happens, that's the beauty.
It totally happens. It happens even while being on stage. My own songs that I have written, I forget the lyrics to. And I'll be up there and I'm making up all these, it rhymes somehow. I don't know, I would rhyme it, but I mean, it could literally be he has a bat and he has a hat.
No,
I'm just sometimes your brain is it just goes.
That's it. There's nothing.
Yeah. And so you're just all right, we're going to go with this.
It happens. You were talking about your experience working at Johnny Rockets and getting recognized. I get more recognized nowadays by my voice because of Pearl.
Yeah. Steven Universe. Yeah.
Yes. But that's not even a face character. That's a voice character. So,
well, you got a pretty distinct voice.
I do.
Especially when you go into your mama voice.
Pearl is just really an exaggerated at times version of my own voice.
Uh-huh.
So
I can attest.
I don't have to think about it. And now I don't know where Pearl ends and Deedee begins now. It's just one mishmash of a person now.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Your kid's like, Mom, you're being Pearl right now.
Oh yeah, nope. My youngest, he says, "Oh, Mom, you sounded like Pearl just now." I'm like, "Well, I think it's the other way around."
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I gave her that voice, okay? So,
The things that we would say to our younger selves if we could, you know, if we
yeah.
could go
What
back in
what
time.
what would you say to your younger self? If
I
you
would
could?
probably tell myself to chill out. Chill
Mm,
out. I actually still need to tell myself to chill out. I think way too much about too many
mm,
things that take up space in my brain, um, and keep me from enjoying a moment or keep me
mhm.
from getting the rest that I need. There's so many things that I think too much on, and that's definitely a practice that I need to do in my present time.
Sure. If I could tell my younger self, it would be don't care so much about what people think about you. Don't watch yourself. If I could have just said, trust in the gift that God has given you. Do the best you can and stop like being so hard on yourself. Stop worrying if you come off perfect. Dude, life is too short,
Right.
and you do the best you can. And that's all you can do. You can't.
That's it. More and more now, I embrace all of that. That's just
Oh,
real
yeah.
life.
And here's the deal. I believe like if it's if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. You know what I mean? Like you could do the worst job and still get it because it was meant for you. Or
Right.
the best job. I
Exactly.
mean, how many times did I do incredible auditions and didn't get a call back? And then I see it and I'm like, oh, well, clearly they were going for that.
Hey, it's a path we chose, to go down. Um,
Yes. Life of an actress.
there's some definite
Good stories. So, girl, again, this has been so much fun.
it's always fun.
It's always fun.
I was going to say something about your original song. That's your original song for this opening of our show. Yes.
Yes, it's called Supernatural. It's on my latest CD called What Are You Waiting For? So, what are you waiting for? Go check it out.
Yes.
I'm excited to do our next show. Hope you guys enjoy it. We got more to come. More to come.
So much more.
I love you.
I love you
And
too.
thank you guys. Thanks again for checking out the All
All
Things
Things
My-Dee
My-Dee show.
show. Peace out.
Peace.
See you
Peace
soon.
and love.